Yo, what's going on? So yeah, the Hurricane Helen just passed and everything. So my family was affected by it. I know many others were too, especially in southern Georgia, Florida area. North Carolina was Asheville specifically underwater. Tennessee messed up. I mean, this thing went all the way up to um, Ohio, damn near, man, and did a lot of destruction. When I was reading on the news, I was actually listening to it. News Nation said it's about between like 12, 15 like $billion, man, probably more than that of damages. A lot of people lost their homes, especially around the coast. I think it's about like 90 people, Harvey and County, bodies pretty much not going to be discovered all over. Some of them, their bodies was washed away. Some people couldn't really afford too much of anything. And I was thinking about this too, man. I mean, I'm grateful for like the linemen and the first responders, people coming from all over the country to go in and help, cutting down trees and making sure people have power and everything, man. It took like a 3 or 4 days. We finally got power, but staying with some family. But man, it's kind of unfortunate, man. I mean, even when you're not like even rich or you don't have a whole bunch of money, it can be tough, especially if you have a family. If you live in paycheck to paycheck, or you just barely making any, you know, scraping by, and you got a family of 3 or 4, it can be rough. Something like a tropical storm, but if you got insurance. Some people can't afford flood insurance because that's a separate thing from renter's insurance, and that can put a financial strain. But I will say that the community that I'm in and I'm very impressed is that there are some hurricane shelter centers. Some churches, a lot of churches, actually was coming together and providing meals as much as they can, over like 2,200 meals, just to helping people, man, who don't have transportation or who don't even have enough money, let alone enough money to actually get food. Because groceries are expensive as it is right now due to high inflation and things of that nature. So, kudos, thank you for the pastors and religious leaders getting involved and the volunteers as well. Just doing everything they can, man. It was actually, specifically in my community, they had a set time for people to go in and wash their clothes and dry their clothes. They was limiting like 2 loads per household, so I'm grateful for that. For my wife, we had like MREs, we had like water. We had tons of water. We had this like before. We was actually known and good for stocking on things. My wife kind of like make sure I do those things, and canned goods, perishable items. We had ice. So I'm glad that we were, just prepared the best way we can. We had an evacuation plan, thank the Lord. Some people had some money to get an Airbnb in certain areas, that was not as affected. So I mean, those are good things as well. And sometimes you got people that have to, thug it out, man, with no AC, and that can be tough. But I'm glad that Georgia Power, they worked tirelessly, worked really hard. They said, according to this, I think October 6th or sometime this Saturday, it's going to be they're going to have 95% of the state of Georgia to have power, because some people still don't have power. So, and I know how important that is. Also, too, I want to talk about like the port strikes too. They haven't been a strike since like what 1979, something like that. In the 1970s, I think some of these people are making 15, 20 an hour, and they just like, hey, a lot of them want at least a 77% increase in their wages, and I can't blame them. I mean, especially in this economy, but it's going to affect us because it's costing what the country $8 billion a day. Ports like car parts, canned goods, things. A lot of those things that we we need on a day-to-day basis, man, it's going to be delayed, and so therefore it's going to be a strike in prices in goods, man. So we got to watch out for that. Even though the U.S. national debt crisis, like what, $35 trillion in counting. It's pretty rough, man. And I was listening to Clear Value Tax when he's talking about it's probably good to invest in like stocks, and it's not even about getting rich. It's all about having a security blanket. If you're in have an ability to invest in a home, I'll prepare for you to buy it. That's what I'm trying to get at. Instead of going from apartment to apartment, trying to get to a home, you gotta make a lot more money though. But the thing is, when you have some property, you can at least build up equity to it. But it's little things you can do to help prepare yourself. It needs your money and your dollars to keep up with inflation, and that's the biggest thing that's killing this country. But I just want to say, I'm thankful for the first responders and people that's doing everything they can, and I always been praying for the people, that's the victims and people that's been going through this mess, man. This tropical storm. Say it might be another one projected next week. We don't know, But more onto that. But I just want to go ahead and make this video for this cutoff. But 'cause I haven't made a video in a while, I haven't been as consistent as I wanted to. But still check me out on TikTok as well. Post that on here. But that's just pretty much my experience on there. It's like second hurricane. First one was Idalia that I experienced. You know, it was Category 4 here. Damn near a Category 5. I mean, the winds were strong, super strong. But we're still here and alive, man. So, you know, that's all I want to say is just continue to keep and lift the community in prayers, man. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Start having more videos out here, man, and continue to talk. I love you guys. I'm out.